Welcome to this edition of McAllen Update. I'm Roy CANTU.
And I'm ROXANNE Lerma. Today we're out at the scenic and gorgeous QUINTA MAZATLAN. This is the mansion on a mission. QUINTA MAZATLAN is an urban sanctuary working to enrich people's lives by sharing knowledge about birds, plants, and environmental stewardship in South Texas. QUINTA is the McAllen arm of the World Birding Center and actively promotes birding and conservation of valley habitat. This beautiful backdrop was the setting of the Valley's largest Earth Day festival recently. For much more on that, let's turn it over to Roy CANTU.
I'm Roy CANTU here at QUINTA MAZATLAN at Vida Verde, McAllen's Earth Day celebration. With me right now is COLLEEN, who's the manager at QUINTA MAZATLAN and who's been very active putting Vida Verde on for all the community here. Tell me, what's going on today?
Happy Earth Day week and happy Earth Day year. And I think we've doubled our numbers this year because we're not only focusing on the environment, we're also focusing on the body, because you have to have a healthy body in order to work on the environment. And we kicked off the event with a 5K run. We had over 400 runners, families, parents with children in strollers. It was just awesome. We have the Birds of Prey show, we have a live reptile show, we have a cactus walk. We have an area where you can paint your recycled bag. It's all about just doing one act to improve the world. The act could be not using recycled bags anymore, which saves space in our landfill. The act could be not using plastic bottles, which could save a turtle or a bird because it gets in the pollution. The act could be healthy eating and exercising. There's just so many simple things, and it just starts with picking one act, and sticking with it. It's little steps we talk about. So the simplest thing and one of the easiest ways to enjoy nature is to start in your own backyard, whether it's a stamp size or a larger space. Start planting some native trees and you'll have chachalacas and blue-throated hummingbirds in your backyard.
And if you don't have a big backyard, you can use this one as your backyard. Because I know they have this beautiful discovery center for children. Yes. And there's always events going on, and you have some art going on today?
Art going on all day long. We have live creatures. We have the rare ocelot here that you can come see today. And then of course all the creatures that roam wild are here all the time.
So after today's Earth Day, what are you hoping people take back home besides all the, make sure you do something at home? Yeah. What's the one action?
Yeah, the one action could be the recycle bags or the plastic bottles or the healthy eating or the recycling in the blue bins, or continue to go for a walk in the morning. Start your day with an early morning walk like you did here at QUINTA MAZATLAN.
Well, thank you very much, COLLEEN. You do a great job, and this is a great event. And folks, let me tell you, if you miss this event, there'll be one next year, and it's going to be bigger and better, and they're going to have more fun activities for the entire family. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roy CANTU.
You can look forward to smoother roads in several parts of McAllen. Crews have been busy the last couple of weeks repaving Savannah and Ridge Road from 10th to McCall. By mid-May, the striping will be done on the new pavement.
Our engineering department says cracking and other distresses on the street prompted them to schedule the area for repaving this year. This is all part of the city's annual repaving project that will fix up 14 miles of McAllen streets in 18 different parts of the city in 2014. Recently, we brought you the news about the transition to smart water meters. They're more efficient and safer for meter readers. Let's take a closer look.
Hello, my name is Ricardo Trevino. I work for the City of McAllen Water Meter Department. I'm going to explain the difference between the conventional meters we have in the ground right now and the meters that we are proposing to use in the future. Right now, we go once a month to your homes to reach a water meter, which only allows us once per month to go and visit your site, visit your meter, and determine whether everything is working properly or if there's a potential for water leaks or for a waste of water. The new meters, which are wireless, will be recording information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which allows us to go into the website, into any account, and we will be able to go into the system and find out exactly how much water you're using per day, per month, per day, per hour, per minute. And allows us to determine whether we need to send someone there to your home or call you and inform you that there's potentially a water leak in your property. And it'll allow us to do this on a daily basis. These meters will be able to send alerts to the City of McAllen Billing Department that'll allow us to review them and then determine whether we need to go by there or inform you that there's potentially a water leak in your home or any other condition that the meter might require some kind of review and maintenance. If you need any more information about this new program, please call us at 681-1700.
Homeowners have an incentive to revitalize old abandoned homes. And Jose Luis Vivian decided to capitalize on the city's assistance. He asked the city to stop demolition of this home on the 3000 block of South 1st Street. It was condemned a year ago. Instead, he plans to renovate the home and restore it for his son. The city partnered up with Vivian and donated all the roll-off bins to help with the cleanup process.
People were using this house as a dumping site for, tires and trash, et cetera, et cetera. So, we at the health department are really, really happy to finally see this house return back to occupancy. And this is one of the incentives that we're using to get these houses back.
Reconstruction on the home should be completed within 4 months. A military veteran injured in Iraq has a home of his own, mortgage-free. Eric Horton and his family are the latest to benefit from the Affordable Communities of Texas Veterans Housing Initiative. The program is part of a nationwide push to provide renovated foreclosed properties to disabled veterans, first responders, and their families. Bank of America generously donated the home. The Texas State Affordable Housing Corporation partnered up with Affordable Homes of South Texas, a local nonprofit that performed necessary repairs on the home and connected the Hortons to the program.
All I gotta say is wow. I mean, I'm very thankful. It was something I always wanted to do when I was a kid, join the military and be an engineer. And now I got to do it. I actually miss the military, but I know this is a new chapter in my life here.
Corporal Horton is a decorated veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps. He was honorably discharged in 2009 after suffering a brain injury in Iraq due to an explosion.
A couple of months ago, we brought you some information about renovations taking place at the McAllen Police Northwest Training Center. Well, much progress has been made since then. Here's an updated look at that construction project.
I'm Roy CANTU here at the Northwest Police Training Center in North McAllen. With me right now is McAllen Police Chief Victor Rodriguez. Chief, tell us about your new installation here at the Northwest Police Training Center.
We're nearing the end of the construction of our latest addition to the Northwest Police Training Center. And we're really proud of this facility. The addition takes it a notch, completely above anything around here. It's designed to be a video learning center. We call it a training lab. It's multi-use room. We're really excited. Once we get this thing going here, we're going to be able to afford our staff some of the very best training in the world.
It's going to be something like a video arcade with guys going there with simulated guns and practice target shooting and practice, I guess, making smart choices.
Yes, the idea is to train people in decision making, and to help us get there. Today's time we have bought a program we call a simulator program, and some of the simulations that we have in the library of these programs are custom made. In other words, custom McAllen situations. So the idea is always to train people in the decision-making process, the shoot, don't shoot situations. And we've taken, for some years now, we have had a process of teaching our staff, teaching our police officers shoot, don't shoot situations, and moving them up the scale of use of force, and we've been successful with that. The simulator that we bought is a video system. Some of the video scenarios in them are custom made in McAllen, but we did not have a facility for it. So now that we've got this room right here, will be the facility for a simulator room. That's why we call it the lab. It's designed to be able to introduce an officer, 2 or 3, with an observer deck, and basically engage the system in a training mode.
You also run your own cadet school, and so you train all your officers from the beginning. And you also added something very physical around here, 3/4 mile track. Tell us about the track.
As part of our continuing training program, we do what we call a wellness program. Try to have officers learn the significance of being healthy and being well. So in that wellness program, previous to now, we had basically a system we ran around our old shooting range. Into this project, we've built a 3/4 mile lane running course here. It's a running walking course. It's part of our wellness training. On this course, there are 4 different types of surfaces. There are asphalt surfaces, there are just dirt surfaces, there are caliche surface, and there is a granite surface on it. It's a multi-surface and multi-elevation. There are several places where the course goes up and down at different points. There are exercise stations along the 3/4 mile course. All of this is part of what we do with officers in terms of a wellness training, and we put them through 1.5 miles. That's why it's 3/4 miles here. They go around twice, and we let them walk it, jog it, run it, whatever they can to get the course behind them as part of the wellness training.
And this center should be finished by the end of this year or mid-year?
The latest part of the construction, we're looking at perhaps June to be done with this. The construction portion of it right now, the newest construction portion of it, hopefully will be completed by June 1st, and we'll be able to announce that publicly.
Well, thank you very much, Chief, and it's a great center here at the Northwest Police Training Center, where they're going to actually have a physical track, and they're also going to have some really video type training, simulated training inside the Northwest Police Training Center. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roy CANTU.
McAllen firefighters are brushing up on some knowledge. Several of them took part in a driver safety operator course along with firefighters from Mission and Edinburgh. The firefighters ran through a number of tasks, including dousing a mock blaze, in order to become extremely familiar with the fire trucks. During an emergency call, organizers say the drivers play an essential role.
What we're simulating today is if we didn't have a hydrant water supply, but we had a fire that we needed to extinguish, we would be bringing water from off-site, bringing it to the fire, and then having a sustained firefighting effort with a sustained water supply.
The operator is also trained on drafting water off-site, filling the tankers and then getting the water from the truck or hydrant to the simulated fire. McAllen Public Utility recently hosted its annual night out for residents. Here's our water education specialist with the latest.
Hello, I'm ALONDRA, Water Education Specialist for McAllen Public Utility. Today we are at the International Museum of Arts and Sciences for McAllen Public Utility's 4th annual night out. So what is a Public Utility Night Out? Well, it's an event that highlights each of the 13 departments housed within the utility and their specific functions and contributions to keeping McAllen residents' water supply safe, clean, and reliable. This fun night is a way for you to become familiar with McAllen Public Utility and have all of your questions answered under the same roof. We can assist with questions such as how to read your billing statement, who reads your water meter, and much more. We have an assortment of activities for the entire family to enjoy, like balloon, cartoon, and makeup artists. Let's hear from some of our McAllen residents about how they enjoyed our 4th annual night out.
I like it because it's fun.
We come to this kind of event because we love to learn something. We love to take the kids to the museum, and they love the museum, especially this one. And we always get something new. We always find new things.
I like to participate because it's really fun and there's a whole bunch of things you can explore. There's different water cycles and they show you how to do stuff.
The water in McAllen is very good and I drink it every day.
The event just keeps getting bigger and bigger. This year, the crowd really appreciated the venue for the MPU Night Out because it was the first time the event was hosted at the International Museum of Arts and Sciences. This is the 4th annual night out for McAllen Public Utility. I'm Alondra Hernandez. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you next year.
There are major changes on Texas highways for overweight and oversized trucks. The Hidalgo County Regional Mobility Authority kicked off Go Live with a meeting at the McAllen Convention Center to inform businesses, truckers, and the community about the new legislative changes. The new legislation that was approved last session will allow trucks traveling from Mexico into the United States to use U.S. highways without having to follow weight or size limits on some of the Texas highways. Texas legislators say this was needed to assist the international trade business on this side of the border.
Transportation is the key to our economic growth. For us here in the Valley, Mexico is a very important partner in our economy. There were issues and problems, and there were different rules and regulations for the truck weights in Mexico as compared to Texas. So we passed legislation this last session to allow for overweight and oversized corridors.
It's extremely important for our area, one, because we understand the importance of international trade and promoting the assets of our region, and this is just one more of the tools we can use to bring more investment and sustainability for economic prosperity here in South Texas.
Truckers can now apply for a permit to allow them easy access to some Texas highways. There are still standards that trucks have to meet, but this new measure will allow them to do business in a more timely manner to save time and money. And finally, finally today, Roy, a colorful gathering at the McAllen Convention Center. The venue played host to the first ever South Texas Comic-Con. Thousands of people, many of them die-hard comic book enthusiasts, showed up for the two-day event. The convention featured events like Star Wars-themed weddings, comic book trivia face-offs, and costume contests. Clone troopers and even Wonder Woman made an appearance. Patrons also got a chance to meet their favorite superheroes or villains, including Vern Troyer, better known as Mini-Me, and Ray Park, who played Darth Maul in the Star Wars Phantom Menace movie. Organizers hope to make Comic-Con an annual event. That wraps up another edition of the McAllen Update. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and of course, McAllen.net. For the City of McAllen, I'm ROXANNE LERMA.
And I'm Roy CANTU. Bring the entire family out to QUINTA MAZATLAN, McAllen's World Birding Center, for some incredible tours, some great sightseeing, and a whole lot of fun. Thanks for joining us, folks.